Alright, we should be live. Hopefully, possibly, maybe? Could it be? Is that we're going to try to go for Swordy once again. In the meantime, we are able to get even more of the, well, I want to say vacation, but no, we're in Pirates vs. Ninja event. So we'll be able to get some more items along the way, which will be fantastic. So I'll be able to actually max them out as well. Just a little bit by little bit. There's still about a good 9 days of the event, so that'd be very fantastic to be able to try to get all those items too. So we'll try to get as much as we can, and hopefully we could actually max them out. Is that this week is going to be a hectic schedule for me because instead of 4 a.m., I am working on midnight to 8:30 in the morning. So I think it's a little bit too early to do a live stream then, so hopefully there's going to be enough time after that whole week, especially for Thanksgiving, that I'll be able to do a live stream afterwards. Yo, what up? Just let me put on some of the actual info for the stream and then I can get started. I'm probably gonna do like a 2-hour stream and then call it a night because I'm gonna have to rest up to go back to work in the morning. We got that. Customization, live chat, live replay. Yes. Everything good? Alright. Details. What game is this? Pewdiepie Stoop Simulator. Good. Info good. Awesome. Select the playlist, put in that playlist. I need to do a separate playlist for all the streams. But then I'm gonna have to go back to all of my streams and put them onto a separate playlist. I don't know. That's fine. Okay. I almost accidentally pressed end stream. That would have been awkward. Alright. Now, will we be able to get Swordy? We will see. And then for the... I keep scrolling down when I don't need to. That I already got a good amount maxed out. So I am close to maxing out on the other items before I just start doing Craniac for a while. I have a lot to max out on. Yeah, that's going to be a challenge on its own. Alright, we can get started. Let's see whether or not we could actually get ourselves Prisma Swordy this time around. If so, hooray. If not, then that's going to be sad. And even if I do get Prisma Swordy, at that point, it's just going to be going for all the Craniac items afterwards. I really got to catch up on obtaining every single Craniac item. I've been neglecting that for a very long time. Like, I've been wanting to do live streams, but I couldn't actually get myself to do a live stream, admittingly. But now I'm trying to get back into it little bit by little bit, even if it's only for an hour. But at least that's still going to be progress regardless. And Prisma Swordy win whenever Swordy wants to appear. So far, I gone probably, I think it was like 11 eggs out of 15. I gotta go back to the chat real quick. Yeah. So 11 out of 15 eggs I've actually obtained. So out of the 15, 11 were caught. So I have Fang, well, 2 Fangs, 1 Fitz, 1 Gilly, 1 Gato, Saucy, Scully, Porto, Bajo, Ubu, and Liz. Let's see. Like 3 different conversations going on at once. But hopefully we'll be able to get this. I actually have one of my other videos playing in the background, and I don't want to exit it out because that's gonna kill the retention value of it. I have no idea if my watch time has any influence, but I never really click out of my own video if I were to watch it, just because whenever I click on it to answer people's comments, it's like I have to have the video playing in the background. A lot of times I double check on the things here and there just to be sure that it's working just fine. I'm just glad that I already have the pixelated GIF of Swordy onto the bottom right, so that at least both corners are actually filled in and there's no empty space in between. Because for a while I only had one Swordy on the bottom left, and I never did a symmetrical one because it would kind of look weird if you flip the image around. And luckily, the other Swordy is just running on the opposite direction, so it works perfectly. God dang. Funny how they don't have any more mask rewards. Okay, video's done. Click out of that tab. Click out of that tab. Had way too many tabs open. Alright. I hope you're all doing well today. Will we get Swordy? We'll find out. Be nice if we did. Still got my squeaky chair. At some point, I'm gonna have to buy a new chair. I still have yet to actually look up the if there's a such thing as like a large folding chair, like not the standard ones, but like a larger one, kind of like an office chair, but just one that just folds and you can just sit down on it. I don't know. What I did have, I can't even talk correctly today. Sleep deprivation is getting to me now. What I've done is I actually bought 3 different cables. And one thing I kind of want to look up is whether or not if I could actually find a bit of a handheld type of deal for the actual Shure SM7B microphone. So that way I could actually just hold it up as like a regular microphone. Because what I want to try to do is that I bought a USB-B, kind of like a printer cable that's also connects to a USB-C. So that I'm going to try to connect that to the phone, and let's see if I can actually record audio that way. So that way I could use a Shure SM7B, use a Go XLR, and then have that connected to the phone directly so that it would be crisp audio. If that actually works, that'd be fantastic. And if it doesn't, oh well, at least I tried. Because another idea was to connect the microphone directly to the phone to see if that actually does anything. Because you could actually buy an XLR to USB-C cable, so you could just connect it straight to your device. Hopefully I don't need phantom power to power it up. And even if I do, then I could just connect the XLR cable to the phantom power and see if that actually does anything. So I'm just trying any different option just to see if I could actually get a good audio going if I want to record through the phone. Because I don't want to record directly from the phone, because that audio is never as good as recording from an actual microphone. I wanted to try that option, because another idea was just to buy a separate handheld microphone like the Shure S58 It's the standard microphone that a lot of musicians use. You can actually hook that up to your phone if you have the proper cables and just record from that. So it's kind of like one of those things. But yeah, it's kind of more like on the go, or at least trying to have a professional type of audio going if I want to make YouTube shorts type of deal. Because the only other option would just to record the audio separately and just lip sync, which I don't want to do that. I want to have a little bit of mobility, other than using a lavalier microphone, which I need to test that out. I actually bought a different lavalier microphone, so I gotta test that out first. Ever since that, I've gone a little bit better and better when it comes to audio. It's like I cannot go back. Type of deal. Like I have to at least try to remain consistent, which is, it could be a good thing, but at the same time, it's like I'm trying to seek perfection, in other words, which you're never gonna reach it, and not many people care for it too. Just as long as it doesn't sound like you're recording off of a default microphone that back in the Xbox 360 days, that you just sound like you're in a warehouse talking through a potato type of deal, like that quality type of microphone. Just as long as it doesn't sound like that, I should be good. I don't know, it's just I've just been so picky when it comes to audio over the years. I can't even listen to my old videos. That's how bad it is. Like, yeah, I started off somewhere, and back then, that was the Logitech headset. And they still make those headsets. Is that, yeah, it's just, no, it was so bad quality. I just can't listen to my own self-talk with that Logitech headset. And once I moved to the Blue Yeti, it's gone better. Yeah, at times it was bad, but it's still better than what I had before. And then from there, I moved on to the Shure SM7B microphone, which is still a good microphone to use to this day. That is pretty much one of the standards for a lot of mainly video makers, commenters, and as well as live streamers for that matter. Yeah, you have a Rode. You could get a Rode microphone if you want to. So you could get a Rode, you could get the Shure SM7B. And Elgato's making waves, pun intended, with their microphone. So there's just a lot of options to go for these days. I could look that up real quick. Is that, if anything else, is that I'll still probably buy the Shure SM58 because that's one of the standards you can get, and I can just make payments off of that for a couple months, and that'd be good. But let me look that up actually, because I never heard of that one. Oh, HyperX, okay. Honestly, I've never heard of that one. That's cool. Oh yeah, I also bought, I remember I also bought a cable to connect the Blue Yeti into a USB-C, just in case, because you never know. Just in case if I need to make an impromptu, and I want to try to see how good of the quality is that. It'd be kind of funny, just standing up and holding a giant microphone. I still have my Blue Yeti. Like, I'm not gonna get rid of that anytime soon, because if I need to make an impromptu recording, then all I gotta do is just pop that to the PC, and then I'm good to go. And Blue Yeti has gone better over the years too. I just have an old edition. But I digress. Like, I still have that. I still have my microphone stand. I still have the foam shield that I used to have for the Blue Yeti. Just anything I could do to at least make the quality better. Okay, apparently the HyperX is actually a decent microphone. Yeah, I could see that. HyperX Solo Cast USB condenser gaming microphone. But at least, like I said, if anything, if the tests go well, then I'll probably consider actually buying the Shure SM58. It's got a touch mute on top. Because the way I see it is that if I actually take it on the go type of deal, as far as I remember, I don't think the Shure SM58 needs phantom power. I gotta look that up real quick. Does the SM58 need phantom power? Does not require phantom power. Yeah, the Shure SM58 is a dynamic microphone, so it does not require phantom power. Okay, then let me double check. Does it need a preamp? The Shure SM58 being a dynamic low impedance I was trying not to say independent, but it's low impedance microphone. Does not require a preamp. It does need some gain, but it's designed for loud close-up vocals and does not necessarily need a separate preamp. So in theory, I could just connect the Shure SM58 directly to the phone. So if I were to do a YouTube short, I'll be holding a microphone like a professional and just speak into it. That's what I kind of want to go with. Because if I'm going to be doing a gimmick where I'm going to be using my voice to do a little bit of a broadcast, wouldn't you think that I should be holding a microphone next to me? You know. Ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty much what I want to go with. Like I said, if I'm going to go with a gimmick, at least go all out with the gimmick. I get it. I really do. But imagine doing an interview and holding that tiny microphone next to you and now go towards the person that you're interviewing. It's going to look silly. At least if I have the regular microphone, it will look more professional. Like I said, that's what I kind of want to go with. Boom arm. My arm will be the boom arm. That'd be funny though. Oh yeah, let me look up. Let me look up to see if I could actually. Let's see. Handheld boom arm for XLR. Well, there's a boom pole, but that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, that's cute. They actually make a desk mount for the actual Blue Yeti. It looks so weird. That is funny. That is absolutely funny. At this point, I could possibly just use my mic stand. I could probably just use my mic stand to hold the XLR at that point. But I'm trying to look for a handheld. Can I find a handheld? I gotta look for the right keywords. Ew. Let's see. Handheld Shure SM7B. Is there anything like that? Oh, cute. There's a podcast dynamic microphone stand. Not quite what I'm looking for. And by the way, it's Black Friday week, so if I find a good deal, that'd be fantastic as well. So, best time to go shopping would be now. Okay, I'm gonna see a mic stand. God dang, 40 bucks for a mic stand? I mean, if I have to. God dang. They don't go cheap these days. At least Amazon Basic actually has a boom arm for 22 bucks. But geez, they want everything. Okay, I found some mic stands for 20 bucks. Alright. $20 would be the limit for that one. Alright, back. Focus. Yo, what up, Daniel? So then, Yuki. Just hope that my schedule becomes somewhat normal again. I do miss the late night live streams. Yoink. I'm gonna laugh at after all this time that I was not paying attention and an egg actually did appear. That'd be so awkward. It'd be funny, but it'd be awkward. What one test that I want to try to do is that I want to try to see if I could actually connect the, well, of course, the Shure SM7B up into the Cloud Lifter, and then that connects to the Go XLR. But what I want to try to do is connect the Go XLR directly to the phone and see if I could actually record audio from there. Because if that goes successful, then there's more possibilities of what I could actually do. I pressed the button. The game lied to me. I absolutely pressed that button. Hey, he's a player. What's up? Welcome back. Right now, I'm actually keeping a specified number of friends added. You are more than welcome to add everybody else in the chat. Part of me is hoping that I could actually max out every single Craniac item in the PVN event. I've been meaning to do the live streams for the last couple of days, but since I'm currently having the midnight shift, kind of bad right now in terms of time management. Because right now I am waking up at 10 p.m. excluding tonight. Tonight I'm back at 4 a.m. So I'd wake up at 2 a.m. So mainly after the stream I'm going to go to sleep. But I'd be waking up at 10 p.m., going to work at midnight, coming back home around 9 a.m. or 9:30 depending on traffic. Go home, I go eat, and then I take my dogs to the park because they got to get their exercise. And it's nice and chill outside, so perfect weather conditions. And afterwards, I'm already back home. I shower up, and I usually just have maybe 1 or 2 hours, if lucky, if I get 2 hours, but it's just mainly 1 hour, and then I gotta go to sleep if I want to get at least a decent amount of sleep. So time crunch rise, it's kind of bad right now. It was more manageable when I was actually having to go to work at 4 a.m. versus midnight. Is that for me, I at least get 5 to 6 hours of sleep. And I could function with 5 to 6 hours. Some nights it does get bad where I'm only getting 4 hours, only on some nights. But mainly, yeah, maximum amount at least gets 6. I try to go for 8, but then it's a little bit too early, and then I gotta cut even less time out of the daily schedule. That if I'm going to the park, it's not going to be for an hour. It's going to be for at least 2 hours, maximum 3. At least on a work day. But that also has to account for commute to and back from the park. So at least good 30 minutes plus. So it's like, it's very, very, very busy type of deal. And I'm taking advantage of it during the winter season because it's actually nice and chill. Because once it hits summer, then the only time I'd be able to go to the park would be on my days off at a later time. Not an earlier time because it'd be way too hot for the dogs and I'm not going to put them through that. So at least during the summer, I'm going to be live streaming at least more often than I will in the winter season. So we still got a good 4 months of winter and spring where it's still going to be nice and chill. And afterwards, once it gets hotter and hotter, then mainly I'm just going to do more live streams as soon as I get back home from work and just prep myself up to do daily live streams. Can't wait for that, honestly. I'm really looking forward to doing daily live streams once again. Whether it be Pewdiepie Simulator or a different game, really depends on what am I in the mood for. Because I really got to get back to doing Let's Plays. I have a lot of games that I have yet to play because it's like I feel like 1 to 2 hours isn't enough time to do a stream, especially for a game that requires progression. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. Because otherwise it'd just be more or less like multiplayer. But if I'm gonna do 1 to 2 hours of a stream, then I'm gonna have to treat it as an actual let's play. And in doing so, it's like, okay, let's see how far we can get in 1 hour or 2 hours. And welcome back, everyone. This is the next live stream episode of whatever game I'm playing right now. Last episode, we've gone this far, and then we got stuck in one section for 2 hours. So it seems like we have not made any progress at all. But still, I want to play Dead Rising. Actually, I really want to play Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster because I already got that game. I actually pre-ordered it. I wanted to get the physical copy and not the digital copy. So I had to wait an extra month or so. And then it finally came in. So we get to play that for a bit. I have not heard of Like a Dragon and Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It just reminds you of the Yakuza series, especially that a lot of them were on Xbox Game Pass. Like I could have downloaded the whole series, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna play it. Speaking of which, I've downloaded so many games off of Game Pass and I have yet to even play them. That's how bad it is. It's just taking up space. But if I actually get around to doing live streams where I'm gonna just play games, I gotta start with the Game Pass library. And I don't know if I'm gonna be the type of person gonna do 100%, but mainly I'll just play the game from beginning to end and call it a day. And if it's so much fun that the achievements is worth going for, then I could just do achievement hunting from there. Yeah, I got such a backlog. Especially a lot of the games I bought on the 360. I got so many physical copies or physical discs that I have not even played. It's just collecting dust. I've been wanting to do like let's plays of them just to see how it goes, but never got around to them. So I would have to hook up my Xbox and start playing those games too. And then by Xbox, I mean the 360. That's how I see it. It's just simply play it from beginning to end and just move on to the next game. Like, hopefully, just hopefully, I'll have an audience for that. Because I do have an audience for Operation Bedrock, and a lot of them do want to see that return. And at some point, I really got to get back into that too. But if I actually am going to get back into Operation Bedrock, that's going to be something that I would have to actually dedicate full time to get into. Because 1 to 2 hours is not enough time. It may seem like a lot of time, but it is honestly not enough time. Oh yeah, I like the skateboard one. Speaking of which, that was manifested. But the way I see it, if I were to go back to Operation Bedrock, it'd be like 1 to 2 hours of mining blocks. Then after the live stream, then I just go back to repairing the pickaxes. We do not have an infinite source of XP. The only XP farms that we do have would be the blaze farms, and I use those to repair the pickaxes since they have mending on them. But even then, that gets very tedious. Like, if we had the Ender Dragon in Operation Bedrock, life would have been so much easier. Because at least I could actually reset the end as many times as I want and kill the Ender Dragon under a minute. And just farm XP to repair the tools from there. Like, that in its own would be so awesome. But since Operation Bedrock was created 1 month after the Xbox 360 version of Minecraft was released, so we were in the bare bones of Minecraft, barely receiving any of the updates, and TU9 is when the Ender Dragon came along, which I started up my world back in TU1 type of deal. I mean, nowadays, on the Legacy Console Edition, you could reset the end as many times as you want and farm XP. So that in its own is so much quicker than what I'm doing with how I'm doing right now with Operation Bedrock. Just keep in mind, with my Operation Bedrock, I have no end, no Ender Dragon, no end city, so I can't get Electras even if I wanted to. At least we have Ender chests. At least that's a good, very good item to have. Yo, what up? I mean, it's still relevant. It's still going. And I finally have Swordy as one of the pix links to be able to be obtained. After so long, Swordy is now officially in the game, which I'm trying to get Prisma Swordy. Regular Swordy is going to be an update, so we have to wait until that update is fully fleshed out, so that once it happens, then I'll make a video on said update. Nah, I don't own the game. That's all Outer Minds. And truthfully, I would not mind working for them if given the opportunity. Although it probably would have to be remote from home work type of deal. Because otherwise I would have to move to Canada. Which I'm not totally against it. But that's a lot to ask for. Swordy's Tuber Simulator. How have you been, Baku? It's been such a long time. I have not played old school RuneScape in years. Like, no lie. Like, I played it when it first came out, but when they started adding more and more stuff into it, it just caught me out. Like, I just couldn't do it. I get it, but it was not the RuneScape I grew up with, you know? Like, RuneScape 3 was already bad enough that it killed the game for me. But then when it came to old school RuneScape, I wanted to get back into it so bad. And at the same time, it's like, I really didn't want to start over all over again. Like, I know. It's like, it's a lot of dedication to get back into it. But at the same time, it's like, I wanted to do a lot of other things as well. Like, a lot was going on during that whole thing. with losing player moderatorship, that hit me the hardest. Like I had a lot going on. It was just getting worse and worse and worse, and then I just couldn't play anymore. No, I was not a Jagex moderator. I was just a player moderator. But even then, I loved it. A P mod. I wasn't a J mod. I was a P mod. It's still funny to say out loud to this day. But I could talk about RuneScape for hours. Mainly because I started way back in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. I could still hear the music of Tutorial Island. I could still hear the waves of going catching my first shrimp. Getting the levels up to level 3 because there was a cap on that. I could literally hear the RuneScape theme song in my head. That's how much ingrained it is for me. What's funny is that I wanted to be a dual moderator as well. And what dual moderator was is that you're both a player moderator and a forum moderator. But, you know, that didn't happen. Player moderator was still good. If I were to log back in right now, then I would legitimately probably see like last logged in 2,000 days ago or something like that. And even then, as a player moderator, you still had access to the private forums that only player moderators can see anyways, so still good. But if you were to look up my name, Sword King 090, in the RS3 forums, or not forums, but the high scores, then you'll see all of my stats that I got to level 999 in. I was about to say 999 because of Tube Simulator, but I've gone attack, defense, strength, HP, prayer, range, mage, slayer, which is my all-time favorite skill, herblore, fishing, woodcutting, fletching, summoning. I remember I've been collecting the charms for so long. Nobody knew what they were or what they would do up until summoning came out. And when summoning came out, that alone ruined the economy by spiking up the prices on so many items. But I was lucky enough to be one of the forefronts of grabbing a lot of necessary materials to make it absolutely cheap for me, especially that the fact that I've been doing Slayer for so long got me most of the materials needed to begin with, and as well as it paid for me to get 99 summoning within the first 2 to 3 weeks of the skill coming out. Like, it was so fast that I was able to get a lot of things done. It spiked up the prices for the water talisman, the fire talisman, and just a lot of items, especially the yak hide. Like, that alone spiked up prices on everything. And I made so much of items, so much of tines, I was able to sell that for mainly a profit too. Like, I absolutely loved summoning. And the impact I would credit myself with was the fact that we have sound effects for our skill caves. I made a suggestion going into deep detail for every skill as much as possible, and a lot of the ideas were implemented almost to the T. And sadly, that thread no longer exists, but if anybody has been there during that time and have seen my forum suggestion for the sound effects, I'm just so happy that that got included into the game. I'm just happy that that at least got included. Like, before then, there was no sound effect for any of the skill caves. You just play it, or at least do the emote and nothing. I'm like, this is bland. We needed some sound effects to it. I really do miss RuneScape. The only thing I've been doing on old school RuneScape was just looting in the wilderness, where I just go to the PK worlds, and since I'm like level 3 or 4, I just go around picking up potions, picking up just ammo or anything, picking up food. And I've been making a lot of gold out of that, so I would buy dragon bones. I have no idea how much they cost right now, but last time I checked, I think I actually got 80 mil worth of dragon bones, and I would actually just tease people by dropping it outside and immediately picking it up. And I'm like, I'm just gonna get myself killed one day, and it would be nobody's fault but my own, because I've been teasing people like, hey, here's something pink that showed up right outside the bank of Edgeville. That's the funny thing too. When people spoke about Iron Man, part of me was like, that's been me ever since I played RuneScape. Like, I did everything for myself. Although I would buy materials, but a lot of things I did it myself. Like getting 58,000 magic logs, as inefficient as it was, I do not regret woodcutting all those mage logs, because I would just hang out with my friends and talk to them all day. That's how it was. There was no Discord back then. Skype wasn't really much of a thing you were allowed to do back in the day, because they would consider that as exchanging personal information, so nobody really used Skype. But when we did, we would just chat for hours on Skype. And then before that was TeamSpeak, and then Ventrilo, I believe. And I don't remember any other ones on top of my head, but Skype was the main one. I did not use MySpace. But, yeah. Yeah, my Discord is linked in the description. But those were the days. Just getting 58,000 of the mage logs, get 99 woodcutting, and then fletching all that into longbows. I actually bought the string bowstrings, because I didn't want to pick 58,000 flax and make them into the bowstrings. So I just bought that. That's the only thing I really did. Did all that. Wait, was it 58 or 85,000? I think it was 85,000. I was mixing it up. A little bit of a dyslexic moment. Anyways, just getting all that and alching it all to get to 99 mage, like, that was the deal. I grinded every skill possible that I could do. I don't know why construction bored me, but it did. So I think that's like level 77, 78. Although the one thing I did not do is get 99 cooking. That is still going to remain level 98. That will always be the last skill I will ever get done to 99. Just because cooking is so easy to get. I made it a point, and it annoys people so much that I leave it at level 98. I've never heard of that game, Daniel. The only thing I would really do on RuneScape is just mainly loot in the wilderness, or at least the PK world. So I would just keep looting around. And what's funny, in one moment, and I was streaming too. That's probably contributing to my lag and ping as well. But how? Who was it? Who was it? I can't remember the name right now. I'm drawing a blank. But it was one of the PKers that would live stream. And he died at Edgeville, but his items couldn't appear because he was killed off by another player. So it was his loot, but the player didn't actually pick up any of the loot. But at one point, all of that appeared out of the ground and everyone just swarmed in to grab that loot. And I was literally like a few blocks away, and I could not capture any of the loot. I think one of the most expensive loot I've ever picked up was a dragon crossbow. And I sold that so that I could actually get even more dragon bones, because my plan was to get to level 99 prayer as one of my first quote-unquote combat skills, but I never really got around to it. But to me, that would have been funny to get to level 15 with level 99 prayer. Like, that was kind of the thing I wanted to do first. Because I won't lie, I would totally get back into RuneScape, but it kind of sucks to have to start over. Who knows, if I actually have a huge audience that wants to see RuneScape, then I'll play RuneScape. But I could talk about RuneScapes for hours, because I pretty much grew up with RuneScape. 8 years of straight up playing RuneScape. That's what I would only do. Like, that's all I would ever do. Which is RuneScape, RuneScape, RuneScape. As soon as I got home from school, RuneScape. As soon as I woke up, RuneScape. I would play RuneScape for 6 to 10 hours a day. Like, that's all I would ever do. But yeah, that's where the name Sword King 090 came from. It was all RuneScape. Because of the aesthetics of black and red, because of the Slayer cape, and I was absolutely devastated when Duradel was killed off. It took me a while to get used to Curdell. Like, honestly, it just took me a long while. But for me, I absolutely hated change. But over a while, I got over it, and Curdell gave you better casts to fight against monsters against monsters anyways. Had so many great friends over the years. A lot of them became good content creators and things like that. I was part of the RSMV community. I was part of the Machinima community. I was about to say company, but no, I didn't work for them. And I use Machinima as mainly just a blanket term for content creators who makes videos using RuneScape, which Machinima. It's not the YouTube channel, not the company, but mainly the genre, I should say. I'm using Machinima as a genre. I was part of that community as well. I would spend hours upon hours upon hours just helping a lot of people out with their RSMV or their Machinima videos and all of the day. Mainly because I had so many skills unlocked and so many outfits to work with. I was kind of like one of the go-to guys that would dedicate hours upon helping them make their videos. I didn't make them though. I was just the in-game body actor. Do I even have the playlist on this one? Oh no, I don't have the playlist saved here. Okay. It's on the other channel. The thing was that a lot of RSMVs, have been taken down because the Wild West of YouTube, if we used a copyrighted song, then Warner Brothers, UMG, Sony Music, they would just block the videos, and a lot of them get taken down. And a lot of times that a lot of our RSMV makers, they would go through great length to try to do a pitch just a tiny bit, so you just don't notice it. Either a slight percentage pitch or a slight percentage speeding up the video so that they could avoid copyright detection. And this was back in the day where they were very, very strict on copyrighted songs. Now you could just use them, and then all there is that the credits and the ad revenue would just go to the publishers anyways. So, or record labels, I should say. Like, they would go to them, so they'd be making money. But back then, you had to tiptoe on eggshells to be able to get your RSMV out there. But I was in over 100 of the RSMVs back in the day, and sadly a lot of them have been taken down, or privated, or deleted. So a lot of them are just gone. But the ones that are still on the playlist, if I were to look back on it, I could tell you where I'm at in that whole RSMV. And also with the older ones, I had a lot of outfits, so I would change it up so that I could pretend to be somebody else as a body actor in the RSMV. But then I realized, like, if I kept doing that, nobody will recognize me of my identity in the RSMV. So I just picked an outfit and I stuck with it. That I had the Black Cavalier, the Amulet of Glory, the Penis torso. Then I have the Dragon Plate legs, Dragon boots. And then, of course, I have the Slayer cape. So that was my official look that I kept. And if they needed a different skill cape, I changed the skill cape. You still have the same body actor, but I just changed the skill cape and then just did the whole thing with that. So many of these different songs for Tube Simulator that I like. I won't say Craniac though. I like... Let's see. I could just play them right now. Honestly, yeah, all the King subs, because I use that for a majority of my Tube Simulator videos. Because we're still on the topic of RuneScape. Because that reminds me of RuneScape. That theme just speaks RuneScape to me. That's why I love it. Oh, special delivery. Oh, hey. I got sidetracked. Give me 1 second. I completely forgot. Ah, Nova Life. Rest in peace. That was before I actually played RuneScape. Give me one moment. Playing a different game at the same time. I completely forgot about the event on the other game. 5, 5. Setting it up. Nope. Okay, should be good. Yeah. All Sales Out is also one of my top favorites for TV Simulator, so I love that song. We have that. One thing I really gotta do at some point is actually make a video on my other channel, because I have 2 channels. I have to make a video on my older channel and then just say, hey, even if it's been years since I've used this channel, anyone who subscribed to me here, if you want to check out my new main channel, you can do so. But yes, let's see. All King subs. All Sales Out. What's this one? I don't remember this one. I can't really count Beach Lasagna and Congratulations because those were just meme songs that were implemented into the game. So can't really count those. Although they're good, but I can't really count them. I do like Swordy, eh? I like that. It's upbeat. Love it. Then you have Legend of the Brofist, which I like too. Again, it's the upbeat. Get you going. Okay, I would have to choose those 4. So, Legend of the Brofist, Swordy, eh? All Sales Out, All the King subs. Those will be my top 4. I don't know why. It should work. I just tested it out earlier. It should work. Let me grab the link. Ah! I was trying to do tags. Copy link. That didn't work either. Oh, it still works. Oh, hey. Alright, so. No way, Sword Skull? Haven't heard that name in a long time either. Stop. Game, please. Okay. For those who are wondering, how do I give the Fox badge? It's simple. Kudo, Z Kudo. I just wanted to say that aloud so I remember how to spell the name. I go to my friends. I go to tag. I go to channel name. Z Kudo. Done. Simple as that. And then all they gotta do is just log in, and then they're done. Like, they'll get the badge. All right. When I get sidetracked, you know. What's funny is that I've always wanted to play the actual classic server, and I think I did at one point. I didn't get far. Just logged in, moved around a bit, and then just logged out. Like, this is so different. Hold on, I'm messaging one of my friends real quick. Lol. All right. But again, I absolutely do not regret all the time and investment that I put into RuneScape, because I was able to meet a lot of great friends over the years. And it's taught me a lot that if I were to put time and effort into a goal set in mind, then I could pretty much focus all of it onto that and then achieve it. 99 parties were so great. Just getting a lot of people who absolutely don't even know who you are just to show up for a brief hour for that party. It was something else. Like, you had to be there. Game 99 crafting, game 99 slayer, mining, smithing. All the different skills. With everyone gathering around for you to do that one final task to get that XP. And then afterwards, everyone just flat out spams congratulations. And then we all just stand around and chill and chat, and that's pretty much what it came down to. Either we play mini games or we just stand around. Because people just catching up, saying, hey, we're doing this, we're doing that. And people leave little bit by little bit. There's always one person that's going to be the last person to leave. And a lot of times that person is me. And I remember also the Rune Tracker. I don't know if it's still going or not, but using that to keep up to see how the progression is towards level 99. It would predict how fast you would get it or how soon you would get it if you kept that consistency of the average XP per day, per week, per month. I think at one point I was #1 in farming because I was going for level 99 farming. I would make toadstools. I would make magic trees. I don't think I only did one spirit tree because I didn't want to waste the time to keep making spirit trees. Nice. But just the route I would do to get as much of the coconut trees done, or yeah, palm trees I should say, same difference. Palm trees, magic trees, watermelons, marigolds, I think, the occasional belladonna, poison ivy bushes. The list goes on. Like, I would go to every farming spot as I possibly could. The toadstools make decent amount of money because they would make overload potions too. But whether or not if you actually had a good yield or not, it was just entirely up to chance. You used the super compost, you got the magic secateurs just to increase your chances of getting the best yield possible. Would have to get my arm to guard your most precious herbs. At least that's always 100% given that it's not going to die off, I believe. Yeah, that annoying quest, but still. And not gonna lie, I've never been good at quests. I've been good at reading guides to completing quests, but I was never really able to figure things out by myself. If I go back to it, maybe, but how in the world were people able to figure out Mourner's End Part 2 without a guide? I have no thoughts in my brain to ever figure that out. Back in the day, I used Rune HQ for the guides before I turned to Rune Wiki. Because at least Rune Wiki loaded faster, but still. For a long time, I was using Rune HQ. Those were the days. Need my mic real quick so I can take a drink. All right. I'm drinking Coca-Cola right now. I'll regret it later, but I just needed something to boost me up a bit. It ran out. It ran out of cherry Coke. What was me? I would have actually done Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper mix, but they ran out of Dr. Pepper as well, so I'm like, God dang it. And I was not in the mood for wild cherry Pepsi, so I'm like, I'm just gonna get a regular Coke. I like it. I've always done half and half of Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper. And if they didn't have Coca-Cola, I would do Pepsi and Dr. Pepper. You would have to try it for yourself, and then you would have to figure out a good ratio, because for everyone else, it's different. Sometimes you may do like 25-75. Sometimes you may do 50-50. Just, it really depends on how does it taste to you. For me, I love it. So if you ever want to try, do half and half at first and see if you like the mixture. I wouldn't really recommend doing the flavored version like cherry Coke and Dr. Pepper, because it doesn't really taste the same. But yeah, half and half, you can't really go wrong. Kind of like a mixology of some sort. What's funny is that I barely realized, only up until recently, until one of those viral posts on Twitter talks about like, I love the all-in-one soda machine. I feel like I am my own mixologist whenever I make my own concoction. It's like, dang, people actually do that? And then people are actually suggesting like, this is what you do with this one. You do like a shot of this, a shot of that, a shot of that, mix it all together, and boom. Like, god dang. Like, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I thought I was weird by doing a half and half. Some people are put off by it, and some people are curious about it. It's like, Give it a try if you ever want to. It's like you have the soda machine there. You guys get a free soda, so if you ever want to try, then there you go. Let me know. But people actually liked it. It's like, cool. That's the one thing I've never actually tried. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you know, like I never really tried mixing every single soda machine, like sodas into it. I was about to say soda machines, but I've not tried every single soda into one cup. I'm curious, but it's like you gotta find the right soda machine to do all that. Because not every single soda machine is the same. Because the soda machine at my work, they don't actually do proper maintenance to it. Because some sodas is more syrupy than actual carbonation. Some of them is too much carbonation, not enough syrup. It's like, I tolerate it. Nice. Bottom left hand corner of the screen, and then so okay. I'll have to remember that. Because I know that a lot of the all-in-one soda machines nowadays, they actually just, with the selection, it's kind of like a blackout for that selection. It's like, okay, we don't have the syrup for this one. Which annoys me, honestly, because it's like, I want soda, but you don't have the one I want. And then I go for another one, another selection, and then it's all blacked out. I'm like, okay, I'll try this one. All blacked out. It's like, guys, fill up your soda machine. But a lot of times, it's a third party that has to fix it. In terms of what's Brawl Star or Brawl Star. Talk about TV Simulator? Nah, I don't know any bugs or glitches. I usually just accidentally discover them. But the one thing I refuse to do would be time forwarding or time skipping. That is the one thing I'll never do. Agitate or activate. Gotta love autocorrect. Ooh, Prisma egg. I almost pressed the down arrow. I almost pressed the down arrow without even looking. Alright. Alright, so quick tutorial. The way to actually get a Prisma egg. One thing is, do not panic. you could actually press the X button if you wish to, and then get back into it, and the Prisma egg will still be there. So no need to worry if you accidentally press the X button for whatever reason. You maybe dropped your phone thinking that, oh no, I'm gonna miss the egg. Nope, it's still gonna be there. So you can just do it all the time, like every single time if you wish to. I'm just resetting it so that hopefully we get a good cycle. The one thing that you mainly got to do is sync up the crane with the direction of the egg that's going. So you can see that's on the left cycle right now. And after a few odd seconds, I believe it's like maybe 5 seconds, it'll actually go towards the right cycle. So at least there, you can actually time your cycles quite well. But again, just remain calm, do not panic, just take your time with it, sync it up, drop the crane in the direction of the egg. So that's all we're gonna have to do. Let's go ahead and go drop the egg and try to capture it, and there you go. The hitbox was pretty wonky. Let's be real, that should have not actually grabbed it, but at least I'm very happy that it did grab it, because a lot of times hitboxes and hit detections is just completely random at times. So it worked out for me, that is fine. Alright, so let's see what we got for egg number 16, which will be my 12th egg capture. So 1, 2, 3, and it's Asimo. I like this one. I like Prisma Asimo. But either way, here you go. Short tutorial of how to capture a Prisma egg. Aw, look at that. It even says hello. That is absolutely wonderful. So we got Prisma Asimo for the 12th pixeling caught. Okay, agitates when they put the carbonation in the syrup. Okay. Because honestly, I would have read it as activate, because in the context it would have worked just fine. Either way, I like how Prisma Asimo and regular Asimo have different idle animations. But once I get regular Swordy and Prisma Swordy, I'll have them both on the desk. Like they would pretty much replace the fox, like both foxes on the desk. And even then, I would say this is still a successful live stream, at least because we actually got a Prisma egg to appear after almost an hour and 30 minutes of the said stream. That's the thing about Prisma eggs, it's completely RNG, whether or not if they do appear or they won't appear. Because in one stream, it took over 2 hours for a Prisma egg to finally appear on stream. So on average, you could actually get 1 egg every 30 minutes of gameplay, or you could just absolutely get 0 eggs. All up to chances, all up to RNG. If it's on your side, then do not waste the opportunity to get that egg. Yeah, the dizzy eyes, the happy face, hello in the heart, the angry face. Why yes, back to back, I actually had Fang and Fitz. And I uploaded that video. It's like a 5-minute video. Because it was from a live stream I did, so I got it live. So took the 5 minutes out of that and just uploaded it as its own video as a highlight. But the thing was that both Fitz and Fang were brand new pixelings added into the game, and I got them both back to back. So the odds of that happening was just another thing. I don't remember how many pixelings, Prisma pixelings were at the time, but the fact that I got both two brand new pixelings back to back, no less, was just utterly cool. I put it in all caps, like, I got Prisma, Fang, and Fitz back to back. I believe that was the title of the video. I put that in all caps because I was so happy. And because I wanted to make a video about Prisma, Fang, and Fitz because they were both brand new pixelings. So like, this is just perfect. I'm able to actually make a video on top of making a video. Once I get Prisma Swordy, then I'll have to use that as B-roll footage. Where am I at currently? At least I got most of this maxed out, so I don't have to worry about that. I still have a long way to go. How many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 items to max out. 4 of them are close, but will I be able to get this done in 9 days? That's another question. Part of me wants to play Craniac off stream, but part of me also worries that I'm gonna get Prisma Swordy off stream, and if I do, then I'll still continue the series. But I'd be like, I did get him off stream, but I need to get him on stream. It's like, I need to get them on stream. Like, that's the whole point of the actual series. So it'd be very awkward if it happened off stream. I did get Prisma Gato off stream though. But at least it wasn't Prisma Swordy. Wink. But yeah. At least we got one Prism egg out of this stream. So it's not a total failure. But I wonder if Twitch will actually adopt vertical live streaming. Because I would not mind streaming over to Twitch as well. Just so that I could have two different platforms going on at the same time. One thing I still gotta play too is Paper Mario. I have Paper Mario Thousand Year Door as well. And I have not even played it yet. I actually have the GameCube version, of course, the OG, but I have the Switch. And I want to play it. I believe that's called doing the worm. One item and two item and three item and four item. Yoink. But yeah, if there's 16 items, that's still 3,200 items. Let's be real. Like if I were to average 55 per item, but still gonna be 16 times 200 is 3,200 items. So I would basically have to get 300 items per day, easy, if I want to get every single Craniac item. If I count today as the 10th day. Actually, no. Even if I count... wait, how many days do I have left? 9 days. I would have to get 400 items. I had to get 400 items per day. Just so that I could have every single one of them maxed out. That's gonna be tricky. I mean, it is doable. I would just have to play a lot of Craniac off stream. Maybe while I'm at the park, I'll just play Craniac. Just keep playing Craniac. Hopefully, any Prisma egg that does appear is not Prisma Swordy. And even if that does happen, if I actually do get Prisma Swordy off stream, I'm still going to live stream trying to get Prisma Swordy on stream so that I could actually have the footage. So that is the predicament that I'm in right now. And then after this, what event would this be afterwards? It's going to be in December, but there's going to be one more event before the Christmas holiday event. What would it be? Who knows? 'Cause I don't know. Do you know? 'Cause I don't. I can think of a lot of different names now. Because used to see them all the time in chat, but I don't see them anymore. I wonder how they're doing now. Whenever they do pop up, I will definitely remember them. Because I don't want anyone to pretend that they are them. I don't want any imposters. Mainly got a good 20 minutes left of the stream, so let's hope that we find Prisma Swordy. But yes, I do absolutely miss RuneScape. Amount of hours I would spend. Remember initially going from 99 Prayer on the main account that I would actually camp out on the ice, well, yeah, the frost dragons, using the cannon, using my pack yak, collect all the bones and things like that. The funniest thing ever, after all of my Slayer tasks from getting 99 Slayer, fighting the bronze, iron, and steel dragons, fighting the frost dragons, the wyverns for the Slayer task, not once have I ever gone a visage or visage. Is it visage or visage? I don't remember how to pronounce it. But in any case, I've never once gone any of those. I've gone a lot of dragon plate legs, dragon skirts, and things like that, but never once have ever gone a visage type of deal. I've always wanted to get one in the drop, but that has never occurred. And I sucked at fighting mithril dragons. That's why I never even bothered fighting them. But I would just get all the frost bones. I would use a lot of them before someone pointed it out, like you just sell them and buy dragon bones to get double the XP. Like, oh sure, I'll do that. So I did that and got 99 Prayer. Honestly, if I ever did get back into playing RuneScape, like RuneScape 3, then all I would do is just keep on doing Slayer tasks. Because why not? That's all I could really do. It's funny that even though the Abyssal Whip is a very strong weapon, but it may already be out. It probably already is outdated. But yeah, you can look up my username SwordKing090 on RuneScape 3 on the high scores, and then you'll see all my stats and all my XP towards those stats. At one point, I was one of the top 8,000 players. Easy top 10,000. And all I did was just kept on playing. That's all I ever did. Skill. I was never really much into the PVM scene, because I was never really good at doing that. So all I did was just skill. There's still a lot of the skills that I needed to max out. But like back then, there were 25 total before they added even more skills. But I got 18 out of the 25 at the time. And never once have I thought of getting the completionist cape, because one of the things you would have to do was play a lot of Castle Wars, and that alone was so time consuming. I think it was like, what, 6,000 games, I think? I don't remember exactly the number, but it was still a lot. And I don't know if you had to do wins or not, but still, like, props to the ones who have actually gotten completionist capes. And I think there was also a thing where if there's a brand new update that added more things, you would actually have to complete those before you gain the completionist cape. Like, you just can't wear it until you complete all the other tasks. That's always fun. It's still funny to think of all the years that RuneScape has existed, and they're still going to this day. And I think they've done a Steam release as well, so use that as a client to play the game. And then there's RuneScape Mobile too. I never did download that. Not Guild Wars, but I was talking about the fact that the completionist cape existed. And one of the tasks was to do so many Castle War games. So that alone is very time consuming. But one thing I kept memeing about was the fact that RuneScape pretty much pioneered the whole Battle Royale genre. Because remember the Tessar Fight Pit? That was the OG Battle Royale. Well, not the castle parties. We're talking about Castle Wars. You had the red team and the blue team. You got to capture the flag, basically. Basically, it was Zamorak versus Saradomin. Like, props to those who actually took the time to get the completionist cape, because I would have never been able to do that. I remember I've always wanted to get the yellow armor in Castle Wars. I don't know why, it just looked cool. But then you had to play thousands of games to get those tickets just to be able to get those. And they were just decorative pieces. Like, it did nothing. It was not strong. It was not... I was about to say durable, but there was no durability involved with that. But the stats were not good. But yet, it's like, it was kind of like a badge of honor if you see someone had a full set of yellow Castle War decorative armor. I think I just wanted a kite shield. Not the helmet, but I think it was the kite shield that I wanted it. But nah, it's like, it took so long to do that. You had to be on the winning team as well to get even more tickets. I think you only got like 1 ticket if you lost, 3 tickets if you won. I don't remember if you got tickets for capturing the flag, but this was before also that we had ancients with that spell book. And then once that came into play, then it was just so annoying getting frozen every single time. Like you're running, you got the flag, you're running, and then nope, you're stuck for 10 seconds because you got frozen by an ancient mage. But the thing that was so satisfying is that you're running, and you either collapse the cave or you drop the barricade in the narrow tunnelway. I remember that you actually had to go to specified blacksmiths to be able to get the armor that you wanted. Like one of them would only sell the helmets, one of them would only sell the kite shields, one of them would only sell the mithril pieces, one would sell the actual plate bodies. Like you actually have to go to a specified blacksmith to get them. But just when you saw it for the very first time, you had no idea what they were, ranging from bronze to adamant. Then it's like, oh, pretty color, got that one. Like you had to explore to find these things, and it was so rewarding once you did. I miss those days. It was just so much fun back then. It was kind of more of a yes and no thing. I've always wanted to stream RuneScape, but then if I were to get into it, then it's just going to take forever and a day type of deal. You know? Because it's an MMO. You know, unless you have an established audience already, ready to go, watching every bit of content that you would make from RuneScape, then by all means, then you could actually continue doing that. Starting out, it's just like a monumental task. Yeah, it will absolutely take time away from everything else I want to do. So it's kind of like it's a full-time commitment. Something like this is easy, like 1 or 2 hours of Craniac, then that's fine. Because we're just trying to get the eggs. And in the meantime, I'm working on getting the Craniac items maxed out. And then I could just do a lot of it off stream so that I don't fall behind too much. Like if I were to go to the park, I could just play Craniac while I'm at the park. That's what I really need to do so that I don't lose the opportunity of getting every single item. Because like if I want to get back to Operation Bedrock, then I want to have to dedicate a lot of time into that as well. But I'm still trying to figure out how to go about this. I do want to bring the series back. But at the same time is that if I'm going to get back to Operation Bedrock, then it's something that not only that I have to dedicate my time to, but for the people who want to see it get it done, they're going to have to dedicate some time to actually watch the live streams and the videos involving Operation Bedrock. Because if I'm able to make YouTube a full-time deal for me, especially Twitch as well, so if I'm streaming on both platforms, if I'm able to someday make a living out of just streaming, then I would quit my full-time job just to stream. Like, I would absolutely do that. But right now, it's not feasible. And yes, that was a bug. Because as far as I know, I think is that people were joining at the exact same time. So rather than canceling it out, both people or both members were just able to join at the exact same time. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's kind of more like I'm gonna have to make a bit of a discussion with people who want to see Operation Bedrock get done, and we're gonna have to see where we're at right now. Well, Operation Bedrock is basically my Minecraft world. So mainly is that it used to be a 360 world until it turned into the Xbox One and then Xbox Series X type deal. Like it jumped from generation to generation. But it's an 865 by 865 area. And we're going to try to mine out every single block in the world until it's just flat down to bedrock level. I started that series back in 2012 and I have not finished it. So that, yeah. And a lot of it has to deal with time management and also the fact that I was also going to classes and as well as having a part-time job on top of trying to do Operation Bedrock and on top of doing videos and Let's Plays and a lot of things along with that. So it was very, very hectic. I have no idea how I even kept up with it, but every Saturday I would actually upload an Operation Bedrock episode, and we've gone well up to over 200 episodes. Like, I kept up with making a weekly video for many years. But then I just stopped. I went on hiatus. I didn't get back into it. And a lot of people still miss watching Operation Bedrock because a lot of them grew up with Operation Bedrock. Because again, I started the series 12 years ago, so a lot of people pretty much have grown up watching the series over the years. And it pains my heart for the fact that I've not been getting back into it. But I just can't get back into it as of now, right? So it kind of sucks. It really absolutely sucks. But we'll see. Let's see if I win the lotto. If I win the lotto, then I could quit my job and finish Operation Bedrock once and for all. What a typo. It's all good. But yeah, currently I work a full-time job, 40 hours a week. So it just really comes down to if I make enough money off of YouTube and Twitch, then I could quit my full-time job to pursue making content online for a living. No worries, so am I. I've been awake since 10 p.m. of last night, and then now it is 6:03 p.m. So I've been up for 20 hours as of now. Luckily for me, I'm going to go to bed soon and then wake up at 2 a.m. to go back to work at 4 a.m. But yeah, I dream of just doing live streams and making content as full time if given the opportunity. That's pretty much all there is to it. What's funny is that I don't drink coffee. I just drink soda for the caffeine. But yeah, we're good. We had at least one egg in this stream. So that alone is a success, because if we had no egg, that would be a disappointment, but that'd be the name of the game of going for Prisma eggs, because it could just appear at any given moment. It's just, I was lucky enough to at least get one. So I'm going to do 3 more games, and then I'm going to call it a night. Kick, Banter. Oh wait, Coke. I forgot they actually make that with real sugar. I lost count already. Okay, 3 more. So this is 1. This is 2. And I'm missing. Oh, what a day. Alright. Last one. Well, not as better, but it's something. I'm supposed to be staying away from soda entirely anyways, but, you know, I can't help myself. I like sugar. Anyways, we at least got 1 egg in this live stream, and it was Prisma Asimo. So that alone is a success, so I'll leave it as that. I still want to thank everybody for stopping on for tonight's live stream. Thank you for the chatter. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for being here as I rambled on, and as well as reminisce the good old days of RuneScape. It was a game that I grew up with, and that is something I could talk about for hours if given the opportunity. But until then, will there be a live stream next time? We will have to see. But until that next time, just stay safe out there, everyone. I've been SwordKing090. Have a great day, a good night, wherever you may be. And as always, I'll see you guys next time in a new video or live stream.